Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock and more specifically around the topic of will we be seeing another crash for this stock? As we saw with yesterday, we had a minus 15% drop for Tesla. That included both the normal market hours and the after hours as well. And so with today as well, we actually had a pretty solid normal market hours day for Tesla at plus 2.78%. That's plus $11.32 on the share price. However, once again in the after hours, we are seeing more signs pointing to a red day at minus 6.76% or minus $28.27 off of the share price. Now, of course, I always like to emphasize that the after hours, especially the after hours the day before, do not consistently predict what the stock market will be looking like for the next day. And even the after hours in the morning, the day of the stock, we've still seen many inconsistencies in the past. Like, for example, on Tuesday of this week, Tesla stock was up like 6% in the after hours the morning of before the market hours started. And then, of course, they announced the $5 billion share offering, and that's when everything started to go downhill. And like I said, yesterday was a minus 15% drop, so of course with these after hours today, it's not a guarantee that tomorrow is going to be a red day. However, at this point, we're just going to be talking about the possibility of another crash. Could it happen? If it happens, how am I going to feel about it? What am I going to be doing about it? And things along those lines. So as always, if you all do enjoy these Tesla videos, please make sure to smash that like button. It really does help me out. And also, I usually only mention this at the end of my videos, but I just want to say, if you'd like to sign up to Robinhood or WeBull, in the description below, feel free to use my referral link, but especially with WeBull right now, I'm actually pretty close with winning something with the summer competition for referrals, and I think I'm in like 44th or 46th place in this competition currently, and the summer competition for WeBull ends on September 9th, so I'm actually really close, and all I need to do is get to 20th place to win a free share of Facebook stock. I think last time I checked, Facebook is like $300 per share. So it would really help me out if you all decided to use my referral link for WeBull and deposit $100 into your account. And once you do that, it counts as a referral and it helps me in the ranking system get closer to that 20th place. So I had no idea that I would even get close with this competition. And so now that it's actually looking possible, I just wanted to mention this at the beginning of the video, especially if you haven't created a WeBull account. This would help me out tremendously. And just the idea of getting a free Facebook stock and actually winning something in this competition would be awesome. So I greatly appreciate anyone that wants to help me out with that. I just wanted to throw that out there. But getting into this topic for today, this is all about Tesla stock. And if we see another crash for Tesla in the future sometime this month where we're talking about 10% plus in drops, then I think a big opportunity will be presenting itself. And even at this point in time, I think there's a lot of opportunity with purchasing Tesla stock. Of course, as always, nothing that I say in this video is to be considered financial advice. These are just my personal opinions and perspectives. But if I had money right now, I would be buying Tesla stock. And also, full transparency, I am selling some things right now. I sold something yesterday for like $300, and that will be put into Tesla stock once I go to the bank and actually get it in my account to transfer to Robinhood. So I'm working on selling some things right now because I do see a lot of opportunity with Tesla stock, and especially in the case if there is another pullback or a notable crash with Tesla stock specifically, then that's really where the opportunity presents itself for investors that are looking to buy Tesla and hold it for the long term. And I really think that's the key here. The problem right now is a lot of investors that were not planning to hold the stock for the long term. They're looking at this decline that we've seen over these past couple of days. And of course, there's been that negative reaction to the share offering, which I really don't understand. I mean, I get why, but if you really start looking into the advantages of that share offering, then it's actually a really positive thing. But a lot of the investors that are selling Tesla stock, especially today, are ones that likely weren't in it for the long term, or they simply thought they were and just can't handle a red day like this or a red day like yesterday, and they just decide to sell. You do have some people, of course, cashing out with their high gain positions, like, 3-timesing their money or, making double their money. So I understand for those people, of course, you can't knock on anyone taking profits. A profit is a profit, but I think with Tesla stock, there's just more opportunity with holding this one long term and being a little bit more patient. So I do think that we are seeing a little bit of a snowball effect right now with just a bunch of people panic selling. based off of that negative reaction on Tuesday. And then of course that snowball just continued to gather more and more as people start to panic sell, and we see like a downhill trend on Tesla right now. I mean, if you look at the peak right here on September 1st, it was at plus 11.53%, and now we're already like the inverse of that at minus 11 point whatever. Now it's back down under 11%. But still, you get the point right here. We're seeing people panic sell, and as more and more people panic sell, that starts to make other investors that are seeing these losses happen, they're starting to think about that and think, okay, what if it goes down to this certain value, or what if it drops to this certain value within this amount of time? And a lot of them just can't stomach those losses or even the idea of future losses. And of course, that's why a lot of people say don't try to time the market, because I'll be honest here, it's just a lot easier to buy a stock and hold it long term if it is a high quality long term stock, and also especially in this case a growth company. And Tesla does have that advantage of being in its early stages of growth. So especially if we are to see another stock market crash with Tesla, which I wouldn't be surprised if we see another minus 10% day. However, as we start getting closer and closer to battery day, it seems like that chance is less likely just because you have a little bit of a build-up before these big events happen. But even if we do see another crash for Tesla stock, I will especially just be trying to get any sort of money that I can find to put into Tesla stock. Like I said, I've already been working on selling some things and am continuing to do so right now. And my logic with all of that is, of course, I think just investing in Tesla, even at some of its higher share prices that we've seen recently at $4.98, I still think the idea of that is still one of those opportunities of a lifetime. Now, like I said, this is just my personal opinion, but I think in the future, especially like 10 years from now, these share prices are going to look ridiculously low. And we're going to look back on the share prices similar to how we looked back on like mid to early 2019. For example, like September 4th of 2019 was at $44.14 per share based on this new split adjusted basis. So that looks ridiculously low. And I think we're going to have that similar comparison 10 years from now, even just referencing a $498 share price for Tesla, or especially a $392 share price for Tesla. So that's why I'm working on selling so many things right now. Of course, these are things that I love and they're part of my hobbies and things like that. However, I think this could be life-changing money in the future if I were to redistribute the funds that I put into those things by selling them and putting it into Tesla stock. And then hopefully in the future, if everything goes well like I'm expecting, then I can buy multiples of those things if I want them. So that's the logic that I'm using right now. And also, these are just simply things that I've purchased before I got into investing. And as I've said in previous videos, beginning investing has really helped me with my spending habits, because I realize that my money is better put into certain things like stocks rather than something that doesn't gain anything in value and most times loses value. So when I start to take on that mentality of, okay, I could buy this thing, or I could use the money that I would use to buy this thing and put it into Tesla stock or a stock that I believe in that will grow tremendously in the long term, to the point where I could possibly buy multiples of these things in the future. And when I take on that approach, it really makes me just want to minimize my spending and put it into the stock market where I can grow my money. And I'm so glad that I've been able to adapt to that mindset, and it's really helped me honestly with my spending over these last couple of months, especially this year. And so like I said, I'm already working on selling things to be buying Tesla stock right now, and especially in the future, if this stock continues to go lower, I will be trying even harder to sell things and get money in the meantime to invest at these prices, because I honestly do think these drop days like this, especially like with yesterday minus 15%, those are huge opportunity days in my opinion, because everyone else that doesn't understand the company or have this vision for the long term for Tesla, the ones that have just been attracted to the quick money around the stock, those people are panic selling, whereas the people that are buying at those periods of time are likely ones that understand what's going on and they have faith for Tesla growing tremendously in the long term. And so those are the days where you can kind of take advantage of those situations. And even the quote from Warren Buffett, be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful, I feel like that does apply here, where a lot of people are being fearful selling the stock just because of this most recent announcement and then that snowball effect as well. And so I think it's important that I take advantage of that. So that's why I'm actually really excited about the possibility of another huge drop day for Tesla. Honestly, if I'm keeping it real with you all, I would love to see another huge drop day for Tesla. It kind of gets me excited at this point, given the fact that we've already seen a pretty big pullback for the week at minus 12% almost. The idea of Tesla stock dropping another 15%, another 20%, that actually gets me really excited to just think about the opportunities that would present itself there. And so I'm not opposed to Tesla stock dropping more. However, that does have a lot to do with my risk tolerance. I have a pretty high risk tolerance because I understand in the future money can be made because of these drop days, because people are able to enter in and get positions at a lower price than available previously. So there are opportunities that present itself, and it's just up to those investors that realize what's going on to take advantage of those opportunities. And so even with a day like today where the aftermarket hours are at like minus 4.9%, instead of looking at this and being really upset and having my night ruined and things like that, I simply just look at it, I understand what's going on, and then I also think about the fact that, okay, I'm selling some things right now, I'm getting a paycheck this month, and I'm going to have some money to put into Tesla stock, and so I'm kind of hoping that around the time that I have money to buy Tesla stock, that it's still pretty low or has gone even lower. So I think that mindset is very important, especially in a situation where we're talking about Tesla stock, the one that is well known for being volatile, the one that is well known for having notable pullbacks, especially in this most recent crash where Tesla dropped 2/3 back in like March or whenever it was. As you can see, it went from $183.48 all the way down to this bottom point at $72.24. So I'm definitely jealous of the people that bought there. Unfortunately, at that time, I wasn't as bullish on Tesla as I am now. I was still really bullish on Tesla, but I was focusing a lot of my funds into Microsoft stock, which I did make a pretty solid profit on, like plus 30%. And now since then, I have sold my positions in Microsoft and put it into Tesla stock. So I'm more bullish than ever on Tesla right now. And as time goes on, I just continue to get more and more bullish because I see everything being scaled right now. I see the progress that they're making in China with the vertical integration, with the wrap service, with the insurance service. And I see these numbers coming out where Tesla is dominating sales for EVs. And so as time goes on, I have just continued to get more and more bullish around Tesla stock. And so with all of that being said, when we have such a big drop day like today, I mean, if we look at this past year, it seems like we've never seen a drop like this, just at least over this past year in this small amount of time. So I do think this is presenting itself an opportunity, and the ones that realize what's going on and understand what's happening with this company right now are definitely going to understand everything and take advantage of a price like this. Now, of course, we do have some investors that are still waiting for Tesla stock to go even lower. It's pretty difficult to predict, especially in the short term, where we could see Tesla going over these next couple of days or over these next couple of weeks. However, even at this point in time, although Tesla almost has always had a premium price tag, I think $392 is a great price to buy in my personal opinion, of course, if you are investing for the long term. And I don't mean that casually. I mean, if you are actually really investing in a stock for the long term, and that you're not going to panic about days like today where it drops 5%, or like yesterday where it drops 15% and decide to sell it based on that. And that's kind of the thing. There are a lot of investors that have convinced themselves that they are investing for the long term, but when it really gets down to it, like with this crash that we had like back in February or March, and then of course with these most recent drops with Tesla, it's easier said than done for some people, and so they decide to sell. So of course that's understandable because everyone has their own risk tolerance, but I think that mindsets can be adapted to help people. So that's just kind of my perspectives on things right now. I would honestly be excited to see another crash for Tesla stock, just because it does mean that shares are getting more affordable and cheaper and opportunities are being presented. So anyways, please make sure to smash that like button if you all enjoyed this video, and as always, feel free to sign up to Robinhood and WeBull in the description below with my referral link, especially with WeBull. Like I said, if you sign up with my link and deposit $100 into your account, you'll get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400, and you can take that money right back out of your account. So it's basically just free stocks, free money, and I just want to let you all know about that. But I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.